How hot is your ass? That came out wrong. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another episode of Moving, the Korean drama about superpowered childrens. So we are now on to episode 3, and it is called 1+1. Hana plus Hana. So the last episode, we got to see a few more students with some powers, primarily the nerd in class, or not, I shouldn't say the nerd, he's the class pres, let's call it that. He's got that energy going on. We see that he was super strong, and that he's been keeping an eye, as we saw on, oh gosh, what's her name? Hisu, I think. The names have slipped. I'm sorry. It's been a minute since I watched the last episode. But we now know that he's got that power, and possibly the kid that he beat up might have had a power as well, because he seemed to be pretty okay after taking a pretty solid beating, but we'll find out soon enough. And we also saw more of the delivery man, we'll call him that, taking out more of these retired, well, just retirees. We don't know what they're retired from yet at this point. Actually, it's not true. There's that agency, which name I always forget. But anyways, the retirees of that agency keep getting taken out by this guy, who, like I said, I'm not sure exactly what his power is, but we know he's super strong. And also he seems to be indestructible, because like he's been burned, he's been electrocuted, he's gotten solid, like full force golf clubs to the head, and he still walks away from it. So clearly whatever he's got, it is there to protect him and keep him alive at all costs, which is obviously a problem, because all the, well, I should say he's only been up against 2 soups so far, but super strength didn't affect him, and neither did electricity. So it looks like he just keeps getting all these people in a folder, and he's just going to each one and their families. He's asked if they had kids. He asked the first one if they had a kid, and then with this one he saw that he had a family picture, but the kid's face was burnt out. It was like that much the guy figured out before he died, was that this guy was probably going to come for his child. So unfortunately, though, the guy's not an idiot. He saw that the kid was at some school, so he's probably going to have to do his best to do some reverse engineering to figuring out who this kid is. But either way, this guy is deleting people. Outside of that, we didn't see too much more of bong-seok, did we? Outside of, we got some background, actually. Background on bong-seok and his mom, and how she's been trying to raise this kid with superpowers, that it's been very difficult, trying to hide it, trying to teach him to control it. And even now, he obviously can't fully control it, because he's always weighing himself down to make sure that he doesn't float away. But she's been keeping an eye on all of these things, and I feel like potentially she's a retiree as well, or she knows someone who's a retiree, or maybe bong-seok's father was one of these people, and that's why bong-seok's this way, and now she just knows about what's happening. I don't know. Still a lot of questions where they're concerned, but it was good to get the background on how difficult it could be to raise a kid with powers in this world. So still a lot of questions. Very much looking forward to seeing what more we're going to learn in this episode. And again, I want to know more about the girl. I think it's Hisu. I might be wrong about that. But I want to know more about her, if she has powers and what her story is, because we only saw flashes of it back in episode 1. So that's enough chat. Let's get into the episode. But before I do, just a reminder that I do reactions on this channel. And if you're interested in following me on this journey or watching me do other videos, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you like this video, show some love to that like button and leave comments below. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into the episode right about now. This bloody delivery man. I'm so curious about him, because like I kind of want him gone, but at the same time, I don't know if these retirees are all good people. This may not be this. No, this guy's build does not match the other guys.
이걸로 바꿔주시죠.
That's right, get the fresh ones.
이건 1+1이야.
Aww.
같은 가격에 2개를 먹을 수 있지.
장하다.
감사합니다.
뭔 돼지네.
응?
그런 뜻은 아니었다.
응?
I mean, I don't think he minds. You could probably call him any name right now and he'd thank you.
요즘 걱정돼. 우리 아빠 장사 처음 먹어서 그것도 혼자서.
He's a grown-up. He can do it.
방귀죠?
쟤 우리 반 아니야? 왜 저래?
싸우는
Clearly he got his ass beat.
너 쟤랑 친해?
Do you have to be just to make sure he's okay?
내가 봤으니까.
Oh, he's a good kid. That's the attitude you should have. If you see something you can help or at least offer assistance, you can try.
쟤도 체대 준비했었다?
최대 입시.
Wanted to. So what happened?
권유로 체대 준비하다가 다리 다쳐서 건넜는데
How did he hurt his leg? Why would the teachers turn a blind eye? Interesting. Hurt his leg. I'm wondering if the school pres did that. Class pres.
줬다고 하지 않았어?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
나 전학교에서 친구 없었어.
너 인기 되게 많았을 것 같은데.
왜?
Yupo?
인성 좋고
같은 거 아니냐?
Very, very good answer.
예쁘지 않아.
I knew it was coming. Cutlets coming up. Egg wash. Breading. That's a lot of pork cutlets, ma'am. Where's the seasoning?
아이고 돈가스 백이 없어.
It says pork cutlets on the sign.
따가지고 뭐 할 거야? 예쁜 사장이 어떻게 같이 한잔 할까?
Pretty lady, excuse me, I work here.
아 이딴 식으로 장사하면은 야 소문 확 나가지고 확 다 소문 내버릴 거 아니야. 할까?
Mm-hmm.
너 있잖아.
주방에 갖다 놔.
Yeah, he's like, do I need to smack the hell out of you, sir? That boy's not even finished growing yet. I mean, he wouldn't hurt a fly, but they don't need to know that. Okay, congratulations. 축하합니다. Hopefully he does well.
이제 주문만.
It's your first day. You probably shouldn't have pre-cooked the chicken. You should cook to order. Fried chicken doesn't need long.
네, 죽어서도 신선한 치킨입니다.
Maybe a better slogan? No one likes to think about their food being dead. Aw, where's her mom?
나 아직
You don't have a dad. She doesn't have a mom.
우리 엄마가 그랬어.
It's very true.
걱정은 잠깐이고 응원할 수밖에 없대.
Mm-hmm.
그게 부모의 마음이래.
Your mom is wise. It's very true, though. Parents usually worry when when they don't know what's going on with their kids.
너를 응원하고 싶은데 그 방법을 모르시는 거잖아. 그러면 말씀드려야지. 안 그래?
Look at him. bong-seok's pretty mature.
아빠 응원하고 싶잖아. 같은 거 아니야?
Look, she's like, don't you come with all this wisdom, boy.
아 반장.
It's so insane with this Korean school system. The fact that they are in school till all of 10 p.m. It's nuts.
너네 되게 잘 맞나 봐. 계속 붙어 다니네.
How's that any of your business?
가자.
응.
Class pres looks like the nice guy, but I'm starting to think otherwise. Guess you gotta tuck that in. He may be the new bully. Ugh. God, please, I never want to have to clean a bunch of urinals. Cleaning the toilets in my house is enough. Thanks. Yeah, don't stick up on somebody. You in the hood, that would have gotten you a punch to the face. Yeah, who's in there other than him?
오늘 아침에 나 때문에 다쳤잖아.
Hold.
이 정도면 되나?
Keep it together. Hold it together just a little longer. Just a little longer. Just a little longer.
뭐라고?
먼저 가.
알았어.
Stop touching him. Respectfully, I know you mean it in the nicest way, but his hormones can't handle it. You got this. You held out the whole time. See, look at you getting better. Why does this look like a 90s music video all of a sudden? I guess you're cleaning the whole bathroom today then.
부모님 자영업하시고 친구도 없고.
Not this guy obsessing with her. I'm not liking how obsessed he is. Like, bong-seok's obsessed too, but it's not in a weird way. It's like in a teenage, creepy way. How hot is your ass? That came out wrong. Is he eating all this chicken by himself?
우리 엄마가 그랬어. 걱정은 잠깐이고 응원할 수밖에 없대. 그게 부모의 마음이래.
I can understand how it's so hard for her, though. When you see that your parents have so much on their shoulders already, she's not gonna
나
tell them.
어머니 필요해.
Oh. Is she?
아빠한테 말 한마디 없이 진로를 마음대로 결정했다고? 아빠한테 얘기해봐.
아 맞다. 아빠 오픈 축하해.
이 녀석이 말도 안 돼.
I'm like, that wasn't even smooth.
담임 선생님이 체육쌤이거든. 선생님이 학교에서 다 가르쳐 주신대. 학원 다닐 필요도 없어.
She's thinking of you. Let's support each other.
내가 다 알아서 할게.
Let's work together. Aw. But I know as a parent, I shouldn't say I know. I can understand that as a parent, the last thing you want is to feel like your kids are not being supported by you, especially single parents. They always feel like they're
아빠 뭐해? 손님 왔잖아.
not quite doing enough. Look at him. Oh,
아빠 화이팅.
it's okay, Dad. You deserve help too. But he's gonna take it like he's failing. Sir, you're gonna lose your customer.
반반이요? 네.
네, 알겠습니다.
It feels better not to lie to him, right? Yeah, look at that. bong-seok giving you good advice. Sir! Sir! Personal space? This lady's gonna punch you soon. Yeah, back up. Can he not take an earlier bus? Like, if he knows that he's gonna always be slow, I feel like he needs to just take a bus earlier, even if it means he's an hour early.
그 최대호 때문에 일진이었고.
네가 그런 거 어떻게 알아?
홍석이요.
둘이 많이 친해졌나 보네.
Oh my god, what's your obsession with how close they are? He's drawn like a villain. I just don't think it's safe for a young girl to be running around in the dark at night, you know, by herself. I don't care what country you're in. Okay, you know what? bong-seok's a sweetie. He's very thoughtful. This is at least better if she's gonna be out there alone.
응원할게.
뭘?
너 파이팅.
The kid's so pure. Come on. She just realized the lights are on. You turn on every damn light in the school. Next month, the school will be like, why is our electric bill $6 million? Who did this? What you do for love. But honestly, yeah, I don't know what she was thinking running out there in the dark. That's not safe, sis. They must have a gym or something you could be running in instead. You trying to sneak in on your mama, sir? Not gonna happen. You're her only baby. She gonna be right there waiting for you. I'm telling you, it's something, I think there's something that gets activated in moms once they have a baby that's super hearing.
김홍석!
Mm-hmm.
너 지금 몇 시야? 듣지 말라 그랬지?
You think so, huh? Who is he about to terrorize now? Oh, he's looking for the sun, that's right. Besides, you don't know what year that kid graduated.
빼주세요.
It's a good thing he burned off the head of that kid, although they share the same last name. Although in Korea, depending on that last name, he might share it with many students. But yeah, I guess that's the advantage too, that they kind of have a uniform look during school years.
네, 황기사입니다.
Oh? Is he a real security guard? Are you gonna deliver it yourself? To pay a delivery driver, that's expensive. Dad's still stressed. I feel for him. I get it. Like, yeah, like I said, most parents never want to feel like their kids need to help them, right? Like, raising your kid's supposed to be your responsibility, but the reality is sometimes you need to get help.
천천히 먹어, 천천히.
아 진짜 배고파 죽는 줄 알았어. 늦게 오니까 이거밖에 없다.
자,
Yeah, he's like, I took 16 portions. You can take some of mine.
반찬만 덜어가라고. 널 두 번 먹어.
My guy said I'm not that generous. Have those always been there? I don't like where this triangle is going. It's a vest, but I really don't think she'd actually get naked in a big gymnasium that anyone could walk into. Oh, maybe she would. Never mind. Oh, yeah, she has keys to the gym. Hey, I've never had cones like that. Oh my god, you're just standing here watching her like a weirdo? Seriously, the boys in this school need to find some things to do. And yeah. that for her to back up anyway. Oh! Oh God, that was an unnatural crack. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh no. Did he see that?
괜찮아?
왜?
아, 방금 되게
뭐가?
진짜 괜찮아?
어.
너 되게 이상한.
You did.
진짜 괜찮아?
나 괜찮아. 나 안 다쳤어.
Does she heal? Healing's her thing. Yeah, no, that was a crack, sis. There's no way you walk away from that.
얘만 오면 옛날 생각이 나서.
Oh, right. Where he grew up.
너 몸무게 많이 나가지.
No, but not enough. The focus this must be taking for him. Yep. Keep it together.
야, 뭐해?
Don't count out loud to throw her off.
이번에 진짜 꽉 잡아. 잘 되고.
Tighter? Really?
진짜로.
We both gonna float, sis. Can you fly? This might be good for him, though. He's gonna have to learn to control his emotions and his hormones. Mama's not always gonna be there. Just pretend she's ugly. Just think of something horrible. Maybe her breath stinks. You're not even counting. Stand.
무서워.
At least it looks like a jump.
너 진짜 괜찮은 거 맞지?
나 괜찮아.
그래. 그럼 나 야자 시간에 운동할 건데.
This lady in her damn cleaning cart. I think he is. We didn't see him leave. So he saw that jump twice now. He has to know something's up if he didn't know already. I wonder if he's putting it together though. And again, is he going to say anything? Because he's got a little secret he's trying to keep himself. Oh, and that's right. He saw. Like, her ankle should have broken. So she heals. Is that supposed to be impressive to anyone? It's so different. Like, the difference between moms and dads when it comes to their kids. Like, a mom, there's no way that she would be asleep right now. But dads, they just sleep through so much. It's funny. But also, he was working till all hours, so. Oh, wait. There was rain in her flashback, wasn't there? What's going through your mind, Hisu?
편의점 갈까? 내가 쏠게.
Okay. Fun police. Do you want to follow them?
나 갔다 올게.
She's trying to figure out what's going on with you. Don't blame her. You know, you got to reconcile what you saw. Make sure you're not crazy. She's going to watch to see if those footprints disappear. Kind of hard to follow someone in stealth when you're wearing like the brightest raincoat ever, but we appreciate the effort. From what we've seen of her, though, if she does find out, I don't think it's going to be bad for him. That doesn't mean anything. The cleaning lady who drives around in her cart might have just cleaned this floor, which it would piss me off if that kid just walked in with muddy shoes. If I had just done that. Oh, she's putting it together. Doesn't make sense that a kid that's that heavy can be so light on his feet.
너 왜 신발을 손에 들고 있어?
Because they're muddy.
그때 막 숫자 그거 외우던 거 그거 뭐야?
원주율이잖아.
그거 원주율을 왜 외워?
He likes it, okay? Some people like numbers. There's nothing wrong with that.
이게 내
아이 가만히 있어봐. 떨어졌잖아.
Hold on. This is the trigger. bong-seok, I'm gonna need you to get it together. Oh, here we go.
무슨 말?
Might as well. She's figured out something's up. Look at his face. He's like, oh, this is awkward for so many reasons. What do you guys think? Do you think it's more awkward that he can't actually keep himself on the ground, or if he actually got like an involuntary boner? Which you think would be more devastating? Oh, poor bong-seok. Oh man. All right. Well, that was episode 3, which is called 1+1. And we kind of had a little bit more of Hisu following her around. We still don't really know what's going on with Class Prez. Like, his presence is very disturbing on a lot of levels. Like, he's got that look. Like, honestly, he looks like an anime villain. I'm thinking, you know, that person in the anime with the sharp features and the glasses and the hair is just a little bit too perfect. Something's going on with him. And like I said, at first, he seemed like he was possibly the nice guy because he was keeping, what was his name, Kisu, from kind of following Hisu around. But now, like I said, his intent, just the level of intensity that he has on following her and everything she does and who she talks to, and he seems to really not be liking the fact that Hisu and bong-seok are getting close. But I mean, it's very clear if anyone looks at them that it's completely platonic, right? At this point, right? They're not flirting. It's nothing like that. But bong-seok, like I said, I don't know how long that Class Prez and bong-seok have known each other, but what I see of bong-seok looks to me like he's just the kid who doesn't really bother anybody, right? He's very pure. He's very like, what you see is what you get with that kid. So I just think, I don't know, Class Prez is acting pretty weird because I think like bong-seok is the one person I feel like that just has no ulterior motive, and not because he doesn't want to have one, but honestly, I don't think he's capable of having one. He's just so straightforward and so honest. I mean, obviously we know he can lie because he's had to keep his secret, but even that he's not the greatest at doing, right? He just kind of avoids and runs away. So anyway, that's kind of weird that Class Prez is still so obsessed with her. Again, I think it ties back into episode 1 when his father told him about Hisu and said that she was going to have the same major, but he hasn't really attempted to talk to her outside of school business. So I don't know why he's upset. I mean, bong-seok actually made the effort, right? He's actually been trying to be nice to her and interact with her. So of course they're going to have more interactions, you know what I mean, than Class Prez, who just keeps looking at him like a weirdo, right? So anyway, we'll have to see what his deal is. I don't want to judge too quickly, but I don't know. The vibes are weird at this point. I'll put it that way. It's weird. I don't know what's up with him. Don't know if we should root for him or not. But I do worry about him and bong-seok because as far as we know, all that bong-seok has is the ability to fly. But I don't know if he could take a beating from someone like Class Prez with his strength. But that brings us to taking a beating with strength. Kisu went home, which the kids saw that he'd been beat up bad and he was holding his leg. But from what we heard, that leg injury happened before. But anyways, he seemed to be doing pretty well considering that I'm thinking Class Prez didn't hold back that much with hitting him. And he kept saying in that fight, like I said last episode, like, hit me, come at me. So I'm thinking Kisu probably has abilities as well. But we hear that he came to the school, was going to do the PE program, which is, again, remember this guy at the school, the teacher, Class Prez is in the PE program. He's pushing Hisu to that program. This kid who transferred in is in the program. So I'm thinking the PE program is just a way for them to monitor these kids. That's what I'm picking up. And Kisu was in that running, and then suddenly he hurt his leg. So now I'm wondering if that suddenly happened to be Class Prez. Maybe Class Prez thinking he wants to be number 1, and maybe that's why he's got his eyes on Hisu and seeing how far she can go or what she can do, if she's going to be real competition for him, but I'm not sure. And again, I don't know if he knows that she's special because we just found out finally maybe a clue to what her ability is. We saw her training crazy, doing all kinds of crazy stuff all episode. She's trying to do this high jump and she does one where she finally gets a really good height, but she does not come down okay. Like her ankle, we saw it went 90 degrees, perpendicular, not a natural angle at all for an ankle. We heard the crack. That should have been a broken ankle. To the point where like we saw the press upstairs and bong-seok both heard the crack and were like, oh my God, right? They ran to her and she's like, no, I'm fine. And they're like, wait, what? And he's like, no. She's like, no, I'm fine. And we see she is fine. She gets up. Not even a couple minutes later, she's fine. No pain. She didn't even scream. So my thing is, I'm thinking she must have rapid healing or super healing, or she's pretty much indestructible. My guess is you could probably mangle her and then she just goes right back. It kind of reminds me, if you ever saw that show Heroes ages ago, the cheerleader, how she was basically indestructible. I feel like that might be Hisu's power, but we'll have to see. That was only one thing and it was very short. So yeah, I'm pretty sure though that Class Prez saw that. So did bong-seok, but I think bong-seok's just letting it go for now because, yeah, why would he think otherwise at this point? And again, it's just not the way his mind works. But anyway, outside of that, we see that Hisu is watching bong-seok, right? Like, of course, she's been interacting with him, noticing strange things, but she's kind of been writing it off. But then in the gym, when she asks him to help him with her sit-ups, we saw now that anytime he has physical contact with Hisu, his hormones take over and he cannot control his power no matter how hard he tries. The counting is obviously a way for him to try to refocus himself and calm down his emotions, but it doesn't work, especially when she touches him and he loses control of it in front of her. Of course, he kind of makes it look like he fell, but how do you even talk about that? Like, how do you go from sitting in front of someone to vaulting over them, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. There's just not enough propulsion for you to go from a sitting position to jump like that. So, of course, she kind of let it go, but her mind is like, nah, something is not right here. Something's just not making any sense. And so she decides that she wants to figure out what's going on, and she sets up a situation where she thinks that he maybe might be floating or doing something, and she, sets up a situation for him to go back to the school and get something for her. She follows him, and at first she's like, maybe I'm onto something, but then she's like, okay, maybe not. But then, of course, the trigger happens again, as we saw at the end of the episode. She touches him, and he just can't hold on anymore. He's been trying, he really has, but he can't hold on anymore. So Hisu now knows his secret, but like I said, at this point, I have no reason to believe that Hisu's going to be a problem. I do think she's going to keep his secret. And again, I don't know if she's aware of her ability. I'm assuming that she must be. But yeah, I don't think she has any reason to expose him or to not be a trustworthy friend, because it seems like she really does see that he's just a caring kid. And again, I'm sure she'll appreciate once he explains why he didn't tell her, because, well, nobody really knows. But I guess the only other thing with Hisu is just also the fact that bong-seok gave her some really good advice about her telling her dad about the fact that she switched majors and that she wants to just basically take PE going forward rather than, like, what did he say it was? Bio something, I think, was something she was going to do before. And he gives her some great advice about how, like, don't keep it from your parents, because your parents, they worry when they don't know what's going on with you. Like, if he loves you, he's going to want to support you, and that's only going to be possible if you tell him the truth. So, and he said, if you're trying to help your dad out, then, imagine if he was keeping things from you to help you, right? So she understands, and like I said, it was really good advice, and she tells him, and he feels bad. Obviously, he feels like he's failing her, and as I mentioned in the episode, for parents, and I think especially single parents, they often struggle with feeling like they're not doing enough for their kid. It's very hard to raise a child on your own, and financially, the strain is a lot harder when it's just you and your income. We don't know what happened to Hisu's mother, but my guess is maybe she's passed away, because he didn't seem like he's still keeping a family picture in the restaurant. So I don't think it was a bad divorce or anything like that. So anyway, I think he just feels really poorly that he can't provide all the financial things that Hisu needs, and that she's aware of the financial difficulties. But as I said in the episode, I'm not a parent, but as a child, I know that if my parents really needed help with something, I want to be able to do that because they took care of me. Like, that was a choice that they made over and over again growing up for me. And it is a choice, right? Even though some parents will say, oh, it's their responsibility. Yes, it is. But there's a lot of parents who shirk that responsibility and leave these kids to fend on their own. And if you had a parent that's been there for you and is continuing to be there for you, that's a choice. So for me as a child, I always feel like I want to give back to my parents in any way that I can. And Hisu obviously feels the same way, but as we saw, her dad's struggling with that a little bit, and hopefully he's not going to let it get to him too much, but we'll see how that goes. But it was a very sweet moment, and I kind of like that we got to see more of that dynamic between them. But yeah, that's kind of all we got this episode. There's still a lot of questions. The delivery guy went to the high school looking for the son of the electric guy. We'll see what he comes up with, because again, we have no idea how old this kid would be, if he's even still at the school, but I don't know what he's going to do if he goes there and realizes that there's more soups. So yeah, story is still kind of working its way up. It's warming up here. But since there are 20 episodes in this season, I feel like we're probably going to still have a lot of exposition episodes for the next 2 or 3. But I fully expect things to start ramping up as we get closer to the double digits. And I'm very excited to find out where we're going to go. All right, but that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and leave me some comments below. And we will see you in the next video.